Doesn't get any better than this. The high country of Wyoming, public land, just having a great time here in the backcountry.
Hi, I'm Eastman, your host, and welcome to Eastmans Hunting TV. Today we have one of my favorite shows for you, a backcountry do-it-yourself elk hunt on public land in my home state of Wyoming. So come along with us as we go do-it-yourself into the rugged backcountry of Wyoming after trophy bulls. I've drawn a Wyoming Type 1 elk license, which means I can hunt during the bow season, and if I'm unsuccessful, I can carry that same license over into the rifle season and hunt that season as well. The bow hunting season in this particular unit is pretty much the entire month of September. But unfortunately, my schedule was really packed this year, and I was only able to make it back into that country only a couple times during the September bow hunt. Mostly I'm just trying to locate a big bull to come back during the October rifle season and hunt with my gun. It didn't take me long to realize that I had my work cut out for me this year. The overall elk populations in this area have continued to suffer over the years, mostly because of a drought, a tough winter last year, and of course the predator problem. There's a lot of wolves and grizzly bears in this unit, and it seems to be taking its toll on these elk each year. I like to hunt elk right after a snowstorm, and it wasn't very long into the rifle season we got hit with an unseasonably huge, major snowstorm. But it wasn't long, and it cleared off, and I was right out there to take advantage of the hunting situation as soon as that weather started to blow out of here. That deep snow is going to push those elk down. I'm hoping to take advantage of a big bull in that deep snow. I've hunted this unit for 10 years now, and I kind of learned where these bulls like to congregate, especially after a snowstorm. They like to congregate towards some of these smaller pockets and in these burns. But after mile of hiking and hour after hour of glassing, I'm not turning up as many bulls as I normally do, and I know this is going to be a tough hunt, and this looks to be a tough year for elk in this area. Finally reaching the head of this creek drainage and taking a little break next to the fire, I started to reminisce about a hunt from a few years ago in this very creek drainage. It was a bow hunt, it was bow season. I was with my good friend Sean Simpson. I heard a purring noise and I turned around, and right behind us was a big tomcat. This male mountain lion had come in from downwind on us and came to our cow calls. Kind of an awkward feeling when you have the tables turned and the hunter becomes the hunted.
You know, when we're hunting public land backcountry like this, it's important to get up on a good vantage point, just like this. You can see we're on a little knob here. We could see just miles of country all the way around us. It's a good place to glass, but we burned a lot of calories climbing up out of the bottom. So that's why it's important to really layer up. And you know, hiking the hill, I layer down maybe to a t-shirt or just one layer. And as soon as I get up here on this top, you can see it's windy and cold up here. But then I just sit, take my pack off, let that wind go through my whole system here, my clothes, and dry out as much as it can. As soon as I start to get chilly, as soon as I start to chill, then I start putting layers back on and get something to eat. It's just a little tip. We're gonna get layered up here, and then we're gonna start glassing all this country. We're gonna stay up here until the sun goes down. We're gonna glass this till dark. waiting for those elk to come out. See, they're gonna have to come out and feed because the nights have been getting cold, so we're gonna sit here and glass. Hopefully we'll turn up a bull.
Basically, this time of year, we're getting toward the end of October, and these bulls will hang in these pockets. They're trying to fill up their bellies and put the fat back on. If I can spot a bull this time of year in one of these pockets, he stays there for 3 or 4 days. And Simpson and I have killed a few bulls in this area using the same strategy. A couple years ago, Sean killed a big old bull that was feeding on one of these hillsides just like this, and he was there for 2 days before we killed him.
That was awesome. Oh. Congratulations, Sean. That was a tremendous shot on this bull.
Thanks.
I spotted him. Couldn't believe my eyes when I looked up, and this is normally a piece of this country we don't normally hunt much. And this bull was laying in the snowbank all by himself. It's 17th of October, and it's after the rut, and this old bull has been living in this pocket. His tracks are all over up and down this hillside. He's probably been in here for a week, you know, since the rut was over, and trying to put some weight back on and get ready for the winter. And we were able to stock up on him and make a tremendous shot about, what, 150 yards?
Yeah, about 150 yards.
Basically what our strategy is here, folks, is we're going to climb to the top of a ridge up out onto a vantage point that I found during bow season. What this vantage point allows us to do is climb up and look at 3 creek drainages from one spot. And once you know it, we stay there right till dark, and just before dark we look down into the burn in one of these creek drainages and we see some elk. This bull's way off down into this burn. We're going to go in first thing in the morning and see if we can get close enough to him to get a shot. As if a tough and relatively unproductive day of hunting wasn't enough, on my way back to camp, wouldn't you know it, I got a flat tire. As if the flat tire wasn't enough, after driving on those slushy roads, the temperature dropped down to single digits and froze my spare tire to the bottom of my truck. You know, here at Eastman's, we're not immune to showing you some of the lowlights of the hunt also.
Got a pretty good bull up on this hillside. About a 330 bull. It's a nice public land Wyoming bull. We're gonna sneak up below him. He's in this burn feeding, but he's heading to that cover. So we're gonna have to hustle to beat him up there before he gets in the timber and hope to get a shot at him. He's all alone, just by himself. It's end October. These bulls have pulled off the cows, so he's all by himself. Just feeding, getting some fat on him for the winter. He's in a good spot to kill, so we're gonna hustle up there and see if we can get a shot at him. going down. Oh, yes! 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 Oh my God! Oh, one shot right through the shoulder. He's a nice bull, about a 320, maybe 330. I didn't really get a good look at his fronts, but his backs look pretty good. Just a nice public land, do-it-yourself, Wyoming bull elk. Awesome, one shot kill, just straight up there. He was heading for the timber there in the cover. Snuck one in on him right through his shoulder before he got in the timber. He just tumbled down that hill. Doesn't get any better than this. Beautiful morning in October, the high country of Wyoming, public land, staying in our camp down there, just having a great time here in the backcountry. Got a cheater on one side. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? Nice bull. Right through the heart. One shot. It's a really nice 6x7. I never did see this point this morning. Sun wasn't up and I didn't know he had that 7th point, but a nice 6x7. He's about 320 type bull. He's you know, the kind of bull you can expect to kill on public land in Wyoming if you hunt hard and put in the time. We bow hunt in this area, and I've hunted this area for almost 10 years now, so getting to know it pretty good, and figured today might be our day. We got hit by some weather and these bulls are settling down. They're pulled off the cows. It's the 19th October, and that's what happened to this guy. He pulled off the cows up here all by himself, feeding in this burn where all this high protein food, trying to put some fat back on himself for the winter after he's rutted down. He's not a huge body bull, about 700, 750 maybe. He's not one of those big 800-pound monsters that I've seen in here before, but now I guess the work begins. We got all day ahead of us to get him out of here. It's nice and cool. It's late October, so we're gonna break him down, pack him out, quarter him up, get him back down the trailhead and hung up by camp. We're in grizzly country here, so we want to make sure we do everything right. We're going to hang the meat all real high in a tree so the bears can't get to it tonight, and get a little away from our camp. So hopefully we don't have any bear encounters, and then we'll break camp tomorrow and head back to town, get him to the meat processor and get him all processed up and feed the Eastman family this winter. God, in this country, great. You get a draw tag, come out here, public land, Wyoming, gorgeous, gorgeous scenery, beautiful country, camping out, hunting big bulls, just having a great time. Nothing better, nothing better. I just love this time of year. We only had one pack frame, so we had to improvise. The only thing I had was my little Leadberry stock X1 here. And it's just a little day pack, and I'll give it that. It held up with well over 100 pounds strapped to it. Got 3 of the 4 quarters. We just have to go back up one last trip, get one last front shoulder and the head and cape, and then we're in the money. We're in good shape. So we're gonna undo these, get them in the Ranger here, head back up the hill and get the last load. We're all done. We got the bull packed out, all 4 quarters down here. Now it's time to go back to camp and have a cheeseburger. I am starving. Thanks for coming along with us on this public land, do-it-yourself, high country Wyoming elk hunt. We had a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Until next week, remember, fair chase is the only way to hunt and take trophy big game. I'm Guy Eastman. I'll see you next week right here on Eastman's Hunting Journal.